Preparing to live stream meeting. Prepare for takeoff. So like, there's gonna be a 20-second delay. I think that's what Zoom said, really. And honestly, like, I think this will make it a little more enjoyable, honestly. And I had to mute myself in my stream there. So, all right, this quality is. Oh, okay. The quality could be better, I guess. But yeah, I'm sure it's fine, really. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop out chat and close that because I don't want to get distracted like how many people are watching this because like that then I'd be like, oh my god, there's no one watching. What the hell is going on? I gotta share this everywhere now.
Last time at Peter's interview, someone joined and like their face came up for a second, and it totally like I was like, "Who are you? Who is this?"
Yeah. It's like I thought it disabled. I mean, it was like I thought it disabled like like attendees using their video. I'm like, turn it off now. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Also, just like just like despite the fact that like even at Miles Blakemore's interview, like it was shared so much and like 3 or 4 people showed up. I'm like, what the heck, honestly. Peter Steiner, I love you everyone, honestly. So and then 2 people showed up. I'm like, what the hell, honestly. So yeah, I might as well just stream it to YouTube, really. However well YouTube can stream. I mean, Zoom can stream it, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you know Linus Tech Tips a little bit or not really?
Repeat that. Linus Tech Tips?
Yes.
That's literally what you said? Yes. No, I don't know what that is at all.
Anyway, he's like really big name tech. I guess you could say influencer because like when you have certain opinions about certain things and you have so many like 10 million subscribers or something like that, you can influence the opinions of something even if man, I don't know. Even if it actually is good or anything like that, I don't know. But yeah. All right, you have a lot of glare coming out the right side of your screen there.
Yeah, let me close this out. It's my window. Do not need the sunlight. That should fix it.
All right. Anyone who's watching, just let us know if there are any issues with like the stream or anything like that. Just like, I know it looks okay. I really can't control that, honestly. What I could do right now is use QuickTime to screen record, and if my computer glitches out, it's over. I don't know, honestly, but like I can still screen record on my computer. Like my camera looks very good and yours looks great, honestly, but Zoom is gonna downscale it to 720p or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna see if this won't freeze on my computer, hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
All right, new screen recording, and whether certain audio is captured or not, Zoom's got it basically.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, usually when we have problems, it's with video, it seems like. So.
Yeah.
That's okay. I've always been told I have a face for radio, so.
Definitely. Anywho, anyone out there want to send a message or something, or like ask Steven Osbourne a question or something, or who knows really.
Ask us a question?
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, if you got a question for us, ask away, I guess, Every time I have to move something across, I have to like make Zoom like not full screen just so I can move something there, that kind of thing. Yeah. It's weird, honestly. Anyway, have you started school yet? Like, when does that officially start for you? I'm curious.
So school officially, or the first day of classes, I should say, started 2 days ago, last Thursday, and I didn't have any classes that day. It's just been a lot of meetings and TA trainings and stuff for me so far. But I finally start doing classes next week. I have a Monday 3-hour class and a Tuesday 3-hour class, 2 separate classes. So those days are going to be brutal. But yeah, everything is like starting.
I see.
It's
I
getting
see.
going.
So yeah, it looks like someone dropped a like, which is great. I guess. Who knows?
We
really?
like likes.
Yeah, yeah, likes. No, there's not to say I'm close to this place or anything like that, but like whether I'm close to this place or not, but like there's a trombone shop in the Chicago area that on Monday I'm gonna be trying out some trombones way. Just want to see what's out there now that I'm living independently and just kind of like just like seeing what's out there and seeing if like, is this really good? Do I want this over what I have? Because I've played my trombone for like 5 or 6.5 years now or something like that, and like there are some things it does well and some things it just doesn't do well, and like when I pick up a different horn, I can just do it without even trying,
So what horn do you play now? How long have you been playing it?
Bach 42A for 5.5 years.
5.5 years. Is that the first horn that you owned?
I guess you could. No, the first horn I owned. The first horn I owned was it was like a Con 23H or something. It was like a student model or something like that. I still have it. I think I then got a medium bore Blessing or something like that. And I think it was like 14-year-old me was like, well, a 5G and large bore will work just as well, and a small bore 5G, like it. And in hindsight, it's just like that's not entirely how it works. It's just like if I could go back and like have a different mouthpiece with that horn, it would be like a 5GS or something like that, just a shallower cut, because like it's like you lose a lot of tone on a cup that's too deep for a medium bore or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, anyone watching, feel free to ask us questions before Steven Osbourne drops in.
Yeah, the pre-interview hang.
Pretty much.
Well, also, you recently, basically won a job, or you won an audition,
It's
and now
not
you're
a
gonna.
job. Jesus Christ! It's it's a community band. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a job. Good God. Oh my God. Though. Yeah.
No, that you earned the opportunity to play with an ensemble.
Yes, I'm sure you know which one it is, but please don't say it out loud. Honestly, it's like I don't want to say. I don't want it to be like, oh, he's living over there. We should go knock on his door or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want people to know where you at.
Pretty much. I mean, maybe as I spend more time with the ensemble, I might like say like, hey, check out this community band that I'm playing at. Yeah, maybe they. Because they are actually recording an album this year, which is really cool, and I'm wondering like, is there going to be video with that? Like, is that something is that like a little compilation thing I can put on my own YouTube channel to promote this ensemble, like that kind of thing, really.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah, and it's a good time to be, because you're looking at horns, you're going to horn shops, so it's kind of a good time.
And it's just like I'm just seeing what's out there, and I have no intent to like drop a $3,000 and offset $2,000 with my horn or something like that. Yeah. It's just like just want to see what's out there. I've tried the Bach 42 Centennial like Friedman model or something like that. And I just it was all right. It was okay. It was kind of stuffy, really. That's just my opinion, really. And then I pick up the Colin Williams Showers model, and I can articulate the low register like it's absolutely nothing. Like,
I bet.
Honestly, it's just like I need this, because I just couldn't do it with what I had at the time, really. With my
standard rotor, probably.
No. 42A has a Hagman valve.
Okay.
Yeah. I should probably do this. Just like do what you're doing. Put my trombone right here. Honestly, I'm gonna go do that now. So
we're trombonists. I wanted it to be like.
Yeah. Honestly, I should probably have it out there just so I look legit or something there.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go get it now.
Sure. Yeah, Jack at least had the trombone on his shirt. I needed a trombone in shot somewhere, so got my actual trombone. Oh yeah.
I can't hear you. I'm not wearing the headset.
That's okay. I am talking to our whoever's listening, if anyone's listening.
Go here or here?
Your left side, near the near the dresser. Mm-hmm.
All right. There, that's better.
I like that. There we go.
So, really quickly, one thing, really quickly, just like, I bought the Sheridan Get a Grip, I think in 2017. Oh, you got the same thing in brown now.
Yeah.
I bought it in like 2017. 4 minutes ago. Okay, where? I guess time's not flying. I don't know. But I bought this in 2017 because like, you know, I kept having like back issues when I was playing the trombone. Just like it would hurt right here, and I'm like,
yeah.
I was in an honor band festival, and like my shoulder up here was really hurting, and a trombone section mate from like a different school. I think it was Cornerstone or something like that, and she happened to have talent. I'm like, thank you so much, honestly, really. But so I'm researching, you know, ergonomic supports, and you know, some clamp on the horn, which people say affects the sound or something like that. This clamps on the horn. It does make it does make the sound not as crisp by like a few percent. It's not really that bad at all. You can still play through it. And then I'm kind of like, well, what does it sound like without it? And I'm like, I sound beautiful. I full control my instrument, and I'm like, okay, let me try to, you know, hold the trombone without the grip. And I can't even use it, honestly. I'm trying to train myself without it. And I'm like, okay, I'll put it on after 20 minutes, and I'm like, forget it, just.
I feel that. I mean,
it's like, can I train myself to not have a grip at all, or do I get a grip that doesn't affect sound the least, or something like that? I don't know, you know.
For me, as a bass trombonist, I feel like, well, I don't know.
You kind of need it.
Yeah, I feel like it's necessary. Like, I don't, off the top of my head, I can't think of a bass trombonist who doesn't use some sort of third party or extra grip, aside from, you know, just nothing. And for bass trombone, because
like two of your smallest fingers in your hand holding up what? How many pounds of metal or something, or? Yeah,
I mean, even 5 or 7 or 10 pounds, not that much, but still, it is a lot if you're playing that much. And also, it's, you know, unlike tenor trombone, I have to keep my middle finger free for this valve, so
the G flat valve or something, or
yeah, the G flat or a G valve if you have a G valve,
or E if you're a nerd, if you're a total wimp or something. I don't know.
Total wimp. Oh, I don't know about that.
Just down a half step or something, you know.
Yeah, a horn in A. That'd be interesting.
It's just like it's F, B flat, and E.
Oh,
no, it's B flat, F, and E, and it's like, what now? you got to go to 6th position just to reach low C or something. I don't know.
What would that make the two valves together?
E. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I'm not an expert really and stuff really. If you're watching, let us know if it sounds weird. I know it looks okay, but like, please let us know if it sounds weird or if something's not working right. Just please let me know. All right, just like if it looks great, just let us know, honestly, because we'd really appreciate that, honestly.
Help us.
Yeah, help us. Yeah, pretty much really. All right, what else? What else? Honestly, I'm finally able to practice consistently for the first time in like a year and a half really, because a year and a half ago I was leaving the Trombone Discord server and I was working on we were all sent home, so I had to live with family and all that. I was finishing up a documentary. I was finishing up lessons with, so yeah, I had lessons. I had I was finishing up a documentary. Then I'm in another one. Spent 6 months in that one, so that took me all the way to November. I did practice here and there, and yeah. And what else? Then I had school to finish up. Like the end of my school years was a little interesting, really. But then that happened, and then like I graduated school, and I lived with my family for 6 months now. Like my family's always like, and it's totally fine, and they're totally reasonable. It's like, hey, let's do this. Let's go to this place. Let's go on our boat ride or something like that. Like all these like family oriented things that you just kind of have to do, and it's like. If I was a musician, I would always have to be like, sorry, Mom, I got to practice, got this Zoom lesson. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a musician, really. I'm a musician, but like I'm not a professional. It's like, sorry, Mom, I got to practice. I got this Zoom meeting. I got this conference. I got this, I don't know. No.
It's always something.
Webinar or whatever. I don't know. And it's like, to me, I get the sense that being a musician is an 80-hour-a-week job. You're practicing a lot. You're sending emails. You're maybe you're driving places just to make things happen, and it's like it's an awful lot of work just to get by or something like that. I don't know. 2 likes. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Anyway, do you get what I mean a little bit, or? Oh,
totally. Yeah. Yeah. So much about being a musician is well, just doing your own things. You know, at the end of the day, no one's going to check in if you're doing anything extra aside from your own practice. No one's going to reward you or anything. But that's it. You know, like you said, 80-hour-a-week job for all sorts of different things that you have to stay on top of. And you are your own boss. So it's
pretty
tough.
much. There's a lot of self-accountability. I mean, as opposed to just like you're in a team. Like, you know, you go to college, there's a trombone choir, and like there's accountability when it's like, you know, making sure you're playing well, and you know maybe you're playing for other people really. But like when you're on your own, it's like it's your job to practice. Like what's been very nice is my neighbors are totally cool with me practicing without a mute. I do have the Yamaha silent mute. I don't even know if it works, honestly. I do what the instructions say, and I'm not hearing anything. I'm like, I try it out, and I play it without the mute, and everyone's totally fine with it. Honestly, like, I guess I'm lucky. Am I lucky or what? What is it?
Well, I'm curious. Have you interacted with them? Have you ever talked to them? Be like, "Hi, I'm a trombonist. I'm gonna have to practice."
I put notes outside of everyone's door, and I said, "Hey, email me if there's gonna be any issues." And 4 likes. Wow, thanks so much, guys. You know, it's like I put like a note outside the door. I said like, "Yeah, I'm a trombonist," and all that, and like send me an email. No one sent me an email, and then a few times I did. You come across your neighbors every once in a while. The guy across from me, he came and hear me, and he's like, "No problems at all."
That's awesome.
The people below me had said, we don't care. We just, you know, it will not bother us, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm like, that's excellent, really, because, you know, now I'm gonna have to give everyone cookies for saying, hey, I know you didn't say anything, but I'm here to give you this treat, because thank you for dealing with it anyway, or something like that. I don't know.
Well, to me, it sounds, well, I guess lucky that you don't have an irrational neighbor, but you did the work. So, you know, like you, in that you went and at least left a note. You reached out to your neighbors, just introducing yourself. I think that goes a really long way. Just making, you know, so that your neighbors see you as a person, you know, who needs to practice trombone in their apartment rather than an unidentified source of bothersome sound that happens every day.
I just realized you know, I mentioned Last Tech Tips because every week they have this like it's like this live discussion with like another person who just talk about stuff in the tech industry. It's not this like, it's like they chat and there's not this edited version afterwards. They just leave it up. Like we could do that instead, honestly, just that kind of thing. Like what's going on? Like they haven't missed any trombones. Well, you know, just spread the word or something like that. I don't know, but like because there's no editing involved, I don't have to hire anyone really. You know, like we can just chat honestly, like for fun, really. Maybe if someone asks
The
us a question.
stakes would be higher.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Six be hard. Yeah, I mean, we'd have to find things to talk about every week, really, too.
yeah. Who is our editor or the editor that
Oh,
you've been using so far?
it's the username is Volpe, and
Volpe.
I think he's in Germany. He's in the video editors channel of my server. That's only private to staff and video editors, and yeah. I just realized it's 6:06 and Steven hasn't joined yet. I did message him. I did message him, really. Yeah, maybe got the hours mixed up or something like that, or.
Well, while we're waiting, I asked about the editor because I was listening back to our interviews, and I want to give. I think the editor needs a shout out because Volpe makes me sound way smarter than I actually am whenever the edited interview comes out.
Yeah,
so every time I
use
listen,
the
I'm like,
compressor.
"Wow, that's some magic." Made me,
Honestly,
made
yeah,
me sound intelligent.
yeah, Volpe, if you're out there, great job, honestly.
That's
Yeah.
right. Editors do magic.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna share their Discord username in the chat here.
do it.
Here. All right. If you're in Discord, message this person if you want like video editing work done. Honestly, like there's someone out there named there's like an Australian Grand Theft Auto 5 player or something like that named Dark Viper AU. Oh shit! Did you just? Oh crap!
Message from Steven?
No, he said this. We agreed on the 28th, so it's actually a week from today. Oh man,
That's something funny.
yeah.
This was a trial run.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you hit that, guys. Hit that downvote, honestly. If you want to, go ahead and laugh at us, honestly. Really,
No, this is a test to see who is a loyal listener, who's gonna be showing up, and now we know.
He said he can join in 30 minutes.
Honestly, why don't we? Let's keep it next weekend when Steven was expecting. Does that work for you?
Yeah. No, actually, no, because my family's coming up.
Okay. All right.
Just hold on 1 second. This is weird. This man, this is I feel really bad, honestly. I mean, that because my family is coming. My family is coming then. I am terribly. I'm terribly sorry about this. We still gotta do this because we still gotta do this because we agreed to do this, and I'm like, I mean, one more thing I haven't said. Wow, 5 upvotes. Maybe someone does like us very much. I don't know. One more thing is like, for the audience, for those who don't know, I am going to be discontinuing the interviews for the time being. I just can't because I have an editor I hired to edit these interviews, and I can't. Yeah, I think we just talked about that, and I can't afford that right now, especially when I'm not earning as much money as I did back in the spring. GB Burrell says hi, I play Trombone, and I'm excited because I'm new to it. Well, GB Burrell, awesome. Congratulations to you, man. We just found out we misscheduled. We just met for a meeting that was actually supposed to take place a week from now. Yeah. So yeah, welcome. Really appreciate it. He said it's Steven said it's okay. We can still find another time that works for both of us. What does your schedule look like early September? Weekend's fine. Weekend works then. I mean, so what about 2 weekends from now? Do you know if that works or?
2 weekends from now. So 1 week would be the 28th, and next would be the 4th of September, Saturday.
Yep.
As far as I know, weekends are flexible and can work for me. I will have time.
Okay. We can sort that out after this call's over, I guess.
So
yeah.
we are going to aim for a different day, a couple weeks from now, or a time in September.
First weekend of September.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I was just messaging that to him really.
This is how you roll with the punches, everyone.
He said, yeah, exactly. At least as have you today, really. Does September 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time work? Fine with me. It's same time, just 2 weeks from now. Just
Yeah.
48 hours times 14 hours from now. No, 24 hours times 14 hours from now. You know.
2 weeks from now. Yeah, that's
Okay.
all right.
I gotta edit the title of this video.
Well, yeah. What are we gonna call this video now?
We met for a meeting for an interview.
We met a week early. I don't know.
The interview is next week, and I gotta find like an emoji here, like Emojipedia. You'll see it. Hang on.
Nailing the exact right emoji for the exact energy you're trying to communicate is a skill. It's a skill.
Anxious there's one called anxious face with sweat.
Anxious face with that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking the one I mean, I don't know the words you're writing. I was thinking the one it's probably this one. The one that's like kind of smiling with the eyes closed and a single drip of sweat. Just like, huh.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think if you look at it now, that's what it looks like now.
That's called anxious with sweat?
Yeah, it's called anxious with sweat.
All right. Noted.
That's
one of my go-to emojis, to be honest.
Works. All right, I just messaged him. Works for us. Terribly great about this. Yeah, it's my brother's birthday next weekend, and yeah, we'll just kind of. I think like we might swim in the swimming pool here at the apartment complex here. You know, I might go out to dinner someplace. There's a 5K I'm doing. There's a 5K I'm doing, and it's like it has to do with like definitely hard of hearing or something like that. So.
Oh, cool. Do you do 5Ks? Like, do you run? What is your favorite exercise?
I'm a distance runner, so. Yeah, it just says the interview is next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? We will have much better viewership in theory because now we have more time to advertise. Everyone here knows exactly when it's going to be, and we'll, if anything, have more time to consider what kind of things we want to talk about with Steven. Yeah, I think it will be a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And Perf, he said, perfect. I'm looking forward to it. In no worries, I'm not proud of it, but I mix up stuff like this all the time. I totally understand. Well, thank you so much. You so much for not canceling us in the meantime. You know,
Steven,
taking this opportunity just to cancel us or something like that. Just like
no,
just like you know what, you guys, you fucking idiots.
You know, Steven has all of the empathy. I mean, look at his response right there. He was just saying like, I get it. This happens to me sometimes too. Don't worry. You know, just like, please don't feel bad.
He just said, you guys are fucking terrible. I'm going to cancel. We are never doing anything. And even you could tell that wasn't true, honestly.
I'm sorry, guys. This is just wildly unprofessional.
Yeah, we're done, honestly. You know, ITF, you can ban us if you want. We're never allowed in another festival out there.
I'm gonna have to tell my colleagues and friends and professors. I'm gonna tell Joe Alessi, Dave Finlayson, Jack Burrows, Andre Prouty. Bad news.
Honestly, though, yeah, I'm having trouble talking about it. Just like, sorry guys, I mixed up this meeting. I gotta cancel my doctoral degree. Here, you master student, you got a freebie. You got free school. Here's your master's
I double booked my doctoral degree with your interview, Steven. Sorry. No.
We need someone. Or a leader list, and like I don't know, it's just like when the teacher leaves and everyone goes nuts. I don't know, that kind of meme or something like that. I don't know.
Well, what do they say? When the cat's away, the mice will play.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much for not taking this opportunity to cancel us.
Yeah.
we're just laughing about it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, if you pick a thumbnail for this video, I'm gonna really quick. I'm gonna make the right face for it.
No, like. He said, "Ha," and I'll just be like the reaction I saw when I read like.
Yeah.
Next week, I'm like.
wait. This is gonna be for the thumbnail. On 3, make the face of realizing. 1, 2, 3. Thumbnail.
I don't know, editor. You just like I don't know, or it's the other one or something like that. There's fire everywhere. There's like I don't know. It's like the calendar emoji with like the number on it, and it's like there's an X over that one, and it was here, and there's like the mind blown emoji or something.
Yo, Jack, do you like deep fried memes?
I don't know how to do that. Like is it like with the red light eyes or something, or
yeah, that's in the same. That falls under. Yeah, deep fried memes are just regular memes that are JPEG'd to death. You know, with all that fuzz and extra stuff, and somehow just like the like unreadable, fuzzy, like chaotic energy of it makes them funnier every time.
What's it called again?
Deep fried memes. Very crispy.
All right, let me just look at them.
Yeah, but
oh my god! Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But anyway, the specific meme that came to mind. So you know that when the meme of like Thanos, when the moment he looks at Tony Stark in Endgame, that Tony has the Infinity Gems on his hand,
exactly.
And then so people like will take that face and then like blow up Thanos's eyes. And anyway, that always kills me. Something about that image and Thanos's eyes bugging out always just like absolutely kills me. Anyway, that would be.
I'm surprised it does because I've never heard anyone say that before. Like what?
Yeah.
Or no. It's actually his react. No, for me it was his reaction when you saw like the Avengers army show up, and it was like I don't know. No, it was when his like big old ship that he used to teleport in like just gets destroyed by Captain Marvel. Just like,
oh yeah, yeah. He has like he's got a. Are you fucking kidding me? Look.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a extremely. Have you? We're talking about Marvel now.
There's 5
like
people
Marvel,
watching, which is great. Yes. Marvel. Yes.
Have you watched any of the
Disney? Honestly.
Yeah. Have you watched any of the shows that have come out on Disney Plus since, you know, obviously since the end
yes.
of Endgame?
I heard. I have seen Loki. So I guess I guess we can talk about Marvel on a Trombone channel. Honestly, yeah. Just drop a like if you talk about just completely non-Trombone things.
We're just entertaining like 5 people right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just watching like the viewer count go up and down from like 5 to 3 and all that. It's great, honestly. So
from 5 to 3.
Yes. So the way I like to describe like whether you should watch this or that, because like Loki is a show that you have to, it's like multiple episodes and all that. There's no match, which is great. But for me it's just like is it good or not? Is it worth your time? Because like if you tell someone to watch something like that's a lot of time they have to take out of the day just to watch it. Like, is it worth your time? Absolutely. Loki is absolutely worth your time, really.
I agree too.
So you have a Disney Plus subscription that's not going towards your lesson budget or something like that. I don't
know. No, I'm perhaps frivolous with subscriptions in that I probably have a few that I'm not using and I'm forgetting about, and it's just taking my money. I probably should look into that, but
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you're paying so much money just to go to. Did you have a scholarship for like your doctoral degree?
I am getting paid for this DMA. Actually,
So you're not paying anyone a cent for like, hey, teach me this as I serve.
No, well, unfortunately, I'm realizing that I'm paying out of my ass for things like parking in this area. They get you with fees and stuff, but for school, my enrollment, I'm not paying anything. I am being paid a teaching assistantship stipend because I am a TA, and honestly, I wouldn't be at school again at this stage of my life unless I were being paid like I am. I'm not gonna take a single cent more. I actually don't have that bad debt. Like some people have like a 6-figure debt.
That bad debt? Should
I
we
have like
do a deep fry? Deep fry with it? Should we cancel with the deep fried meme or something like don't have that bad debt? It was like, what are you talking about?
yeah, like that's almost an oxymoron. It's that bad debt. Debt is terrible no matter what. But I mean, compared to some people have like literally 6-figure debt. Mine's in the lower 5 figures. But yeah, I'm not paying another cent for and going another cent more in debt for anything else. So
okay, so like you're not paying tuition to do this. They are paying. It's them paying you tuition.
Well, I wish I was getting paid the amount of tuition. That would be more than my stipend. But I have scholarships and waivers that tuition waivers.
Because you're a doctoral or something, or because like
yeah,
it's like the most senior student someone can do basically.
Yeah, basically, I am doing a job. You know, I answer to Dr. Brad Edwards. I assist in running the studio. You know, teaching assistant. I'm doing things like literally. I also teach many of the students in this studio, the undergrads. You know, it's a job. It really is, and I'm really learning that, especially this week as I'm onboarding, training, like learning, going from doing nothing but practicing at home at my parents' house during pandemic to getting onboarded for school and TA-ship. It's a job. So
like you could just grill everyone and give them outs and be like, you suck, you're not gonna be successful or something.
I think I'd be kicked out of the studio after a semester if that's how I was operating things. No, I
give no one A's. Just like, no, this is what you got to run. You're not going to be successful. You might as well just be on music, arts administration or something.
I have no interest in being the hard ass teacher or anything.
Or just
I'm
get
really
everyone
excited.
A's and be like, you did great. There's nothing to work out. You could just audition for a job already.
I have no interest in that either.
Oh no.
I'm very, passionate, excited. I'm passionate about teaching. I'm excited for this all to get started. But what I'm really excited for is I'm going to be meeting with these students here at college at least once a week. And I have the opportunity to not only guide them to get better at the instrument, maybe in a perspective they might not get from someone much older than them, like Dr. Edwards, someone a little closer to them. And I can, I have the opportunity to benefit their life, to supplement their life, to be a positive influence, not just for trombone, but, I'm teaching, a lot of the undergrads here. Well, when you're an undergrad, you're in college, a relatively new period of your life. So, aside from trombone things, there are tons of challenges. So I'm really excited for all of that. So needless to say, I'm not going to be handing out A's and I'm not going to be slapping F's or anything. So there is a little system for grading these lessons, but that's how I'm thinking about it. I'm just really looking forward to being a positive influence and working on my own pedagogy, getting better at what I do.
Yeah. So one question I have is like, you could be an undergrad. So like usually undergrads are a little worse than masters, which are a little worse than doctorals, who's usually pretty sucky that compared to the the teacher or something like that, the professor, our lead professor or something like that. But like let's say you're a master's student and you're struggling to play this solo and this undergrad's looks at you like, man, I got that down. I played that in a recital. I knocked it out of the park. Maybe I should have your spot instead or something like that. Like does that happen where it's like someone pursuing a higher level of schooling just like happens to play maybe a little worse than like an undergrad or like just like someone younger than them? Like are you ever afraid like you said you were at Juilliard, you weren't playing so well, and people looking at you like, what's this guy doing here? Could something like, playing not as well as the undergrad, and they look at you like, you said you're a doctor, you starting to play like an undergrad or a high school student, right? Go fuck yourself. I don't know. It's like, does that kind of thing happen, or are people nice about it? I mean, in industry, because you've been to like a number of students in time,
Yeah, that's a good question, and well, I'll preface that by saying, well, for one, here at ASU, not everyone in the studio is a performance major. We have, trombone studio that has music ed majors. I think, music ed here is called...
A studio for ed majors and a studio for performance?
Trombone studio, like everyone. So there are people here... Well, so there are people here who are maybe their priorities are slightly different.
Okay.
You know, maybe they're not intending to win a big orchestral job or
Be
something.
the best player, you know? Like,
No.
be a good player, but still, you know.
Right. So I don't think across the board, like, objectively, that's not the criterion I would, like, rate or assign value to people in a studio. You know, because everyone knows what they know, and not, you know, like, everyone is as good as they are in the moment. Everyone is carrying as much experience as they have had so far in a moment. So you can't, like, fault someone for being where they're at as a master student. You know, if there's an undergrad who happens to be, like, really talented or something. It's just
like, I got into Juilliard, but I don't really like New York City, so I'm kind of here now. Yeah, go fuck you all. Honestly, you terrible.
My answer, I guess, to what you're inquiring about is that can be the case sometimes. Maybe you have younger players who are more solid on the instrument, older players who are less. But in a studio, I don't assign value based on that. I wouldn't. I don't think that's helpful. In fact, I think that can get really toxic really quickly. And I do think
there are students out there who do otherwise, who assign value to, like,
totally,
like, you are this, you better play like this, you know, like, I don't know.
that exists, absolutely. You know, for instance, I felt like I felt that kind of toxicity when I was in the studio at Juilliard. That was my experience then.
Really?
Well, you know, it's fine. But it does happen. I think that, you know, people are people before they're an instrumentalist. So I think if you're forming, you know, inherent value-based opinions about a person based on how they sounded that day or how they play in general, that is toxic to a studio. That is ultimately going to make it a you know, less effective place to learn and study. So so that's how it is, I think. You just work with what you have there, and you try to make the most positive communal space for everyone in their different goals. Everyone's there together. Everyone's, you know, is going to want to be getting better at their craft, but everyone does have different interests and goals in their life. And in a studio, you're there to support everyone.
Yeah, definitely. I still have yet to get you a shirt. I'm probably going to do that soon, actually, right now, honestly, maybe. But yeah,
here, I'll send you my mailing address.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, just, you know, share it for the whole world to see. No, don't do that.
No, I'm saying a DM. No one's seeing it.
Yeah. His address is this. Go swat him or something. I don't know.
Swatted. Uh-oh.
He's I don't know. It's like he's being held hostage. Go kick down the door or something. I don't know. Just like I don't know. Flash bang the kitchen or something.
Oh God, my immediate thought when you're describing is because I live with like 2 cats now because both my roommates each have a cat. Wow. All I was thinking about is the chaos that would unfold if SWAT came in and the cats would be like, "Rah!" That would be something.
Drop your weapons or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if those cats were like worth a damn at all, they would attack the swatters, but they're not. They're not. No, let me just vent about at least one of these dumbass cats really quick.
Oh my God.
So I'm glad, you know, because it's great to have the animals in here. I love the cat. I love living with animals. So one of my roommates, Sean Hawley's cat, Donut, I'm mad at that cat. He's a little asshole because he is determined to come into my room and eat my plants. He's done it once. So I'll show you on the... I don't know if anyone watching cares about plants. They have a plant hobby. That's something I developed over the pandemic. So like I have a bunch of plants in my room.
Yeah.
And I swear this cat's singular goal in life since I've moved in is to get into my room and eat my freaking plants. Let me show you what he's already done. So this plant had like literally twice as many leaves when I arrived here. And one day I walked into my room and I look up. I have some shelves up here, and the cat is sitting up on these shelves like a little gargoyle, and he has chewed, if you can see, like, he chewed through this leaf. There was like 4 leaves like crushed and bent. So yeah, anyway, cats are assholes, and they will find out exactly what it is that you generally don't want them to do, and they will make that their singular mission in life, to do that thing.
Anyone subscribed to the Donut channel, please unsubscribe.
Yeah. Everyone unsubscribe from Donut. Donut's canceled as far as
Honestly though, yes.
Cancel #cancel Donut. Or
and then Dunkin' Donuts gets involved. Like, someone had a cat named Donut. They're not referring to us. Stop canceling Dunkin' Donut. I don't know.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do damage control to like Dunkin' Donuts will have to distance themselves from asshole Donut the cat.
I don't know. Yeah. No, but like if you had a kid or something, like, what do you want to eat your kid? No, I don't know. That's
Wait, you asked me out of the blue if I had a kid, if I would want to eat my kid?
No. It's like if no, Jesus Christ, no. I said what I was saying was if you had a kid and you had a baby in the room, it's like would the cat eat the baby? Like, I'm gonna eat whatever you love.
I mean, if you were gone long enough, absolutely. But I mean that baby would probably be dead first.
This video is totally getting demonetized now.
Oh yeah, now we're getting
talking
canceled.
about eating babies. No,
we're talking about leaving a cat and a baby in a room together until the cat eats the baby. Actually, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, man, what a ferocious cat there.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my experience. That's my rant about the asshole cats that I live with.
Donut. Yeah, so you were asking about like Marvel shows, like Loki. I was talking about, that was good. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Have you seen that one?
I've seen everyone that's come out so far, including What If. So yeah, I saw that. I really liked that a lot. That was great.
Yeah. What If? What if for me? I don't know if I'm prepared to talk about this or if I feel like I should honestly. What if for me is like, so in the Marvel spoiler by the way, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe how like Captain America gets frozen. Or JB 2 disses already. Anton Svensson said in the chat, "Oi, JB, 2 disses already." What 2 disses? I'm curious because we were talking about a lot. I don't know.
He's counting disses. He's keeping track.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So the thing that I don't get about the first episode is like, so Captain America gets frozen and like survives like 7 years later. In What If, spoiler by the way, in What If it's like instead of like using the cube as a means to like power something like weapons or something like that, like they instead say like, well, what if we open a portal to creatures in the beyond world or something like that, so to side with us or something like that. Like that's not like the title of the episode was "What If Peggy Carter Became Captain British" or something like that, Captain America. It's not Carter, what if this and the villains decide to do something different, like that defeats the purpose of the title. Do you get what I'm talking about here? Or
I get it, but that's always been the premise of What If. Like Marvel's been doing What If comics. They've been doing comics like that for decades. They've done What If things forever, but that's the premise of it. It's like one little difference that makes this like alternate reality, and then they have to do more. It can't be exactly the same with a different character.
No, for me it's just like the title of the episode. What if Peggy Carter was Captain America? Yeah. It's not this and this because you didn't include the title that in the title. It's just change that and let the rest play out how you think it would.
I see what you're saying.
Don't just automatically change other things and say what if this and this and this. Like put it in the description or something like that. I don't know.
Ultimately, it's. Like as far as their creative product, like, well, first let me ask you this: did you enjoy that episode? Aside from
I did.
What you're talking about.
The second one, I think the second one was better because even the second episode, I was watching it from my phone. It was like that far. It was like that far away, and like, yeah, now 0 dislikes, great. But like it was like that far away. I was running on a treadmill. Like even Disney Plus, when you watch Disney Plus on an iPhone, it's like smaller. So the screen's like smaller for some reason.
Yeah.
I still enjoy it, and I could and like the headphones and like the volume setting for Disney Plus is so damn low. I don't know why. I still enjoy it.
I noticed that too. Actually, I did notice that. The
Yeah,
volume's
yeah,
set
like
low.
like what. I don't know. We keep going on all sorts of tangents here. It's just like, I don't know. But like what were you asking? I didn't. So yes, I did enjoy the episode. But one more thing I'll, I guess, critique about What If.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if the cube. We know. Normally speaking, the cube was left in the ocean for like so long, and then someone found it later. And just like a little bit like Titanic, a little bit. But like in What If, the cube is right there. Like Peggy pushes the alien creature back into the portal, and she just decides to walk in as well. Like, why couldn't she just like force push and be like, okay, I'm back here now? I don't know. That was one thing.
Okay.
And yeah, go on.
For that specifically,
They had to.
So
they had
she
to push
couldn't.
him.
If she let up, I mean, there's this like unimaginable, incomprehensible, otherworldly beast that only she at that moment had the strength to keep at bay. As how I see it, she like if she let up at all, then the monster would have come out. So as far as what I saw, she had to sacrifice.
You can just like cut it off. I don't know. We're getting to like really nitty-gritty details.
I mean, when the stake of the universe is at stake, like I think she's committed.
The church was the only thing that was gonna destroy itself. It was, it wasn't just like this creature was gonna engulf the entire planet, but like
I think it was implied it would.
Oh shit! Really? Wow.
Is that if that thing came out, it would have been over, and that Captain Carter, Peggy, in that moment, either had a choice to sacrifice yourself or it's coming.
I'm just gonna put in the chat like we're talking about the What If Marvel series.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Honestly, this is like a episode of What If for the Trombone Show. What if the Trombone Show?
What if Joe Leslie sucked? I don't know. I don't know. They wouldn't hear about him. What if Joe Leslie took that really weird trombone teacher who? I'm not even kidding. He's like, here's how to play the low range. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
He was just like. He was like, just like really hot. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He's like, he thinks he's the greatest teacher out there, and like I don't know, but like, and it's got like several 100,000 views, and it's like, here's how to play the trombone. I don't know, just like really badly. It's what if that were Joe Leslie's teacher? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think I know who you're talking about now. So it's like, is this like an old dude or something?
It's kind of, I think. I don't know. He's white or something. Yeah.
It's one of those videos.
There's a white background. There's this whole set and everything, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. That's a pretty funny video, and it's also a testament to like beware of internet gurus. Self-proclaimed gurus. I mean, you could listen to them like once and be like, all right, I'm gonna not.
Or like take advice, or like take plane crash surviving advice from a TikToker instead, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like,
But anyway, like Trombone World, what if that's kind of interesting. Sometimes I wonder, like, what if this person who is runner-up won this job instead?
Yeah, just like, instead of Nathan Zagant's, like Colin, like Nikki Bissey won the job, the second trombone or the first trombone job. I don't know what it was. It was like it was either Colin Williams. I think it was Nikki. I think it was Nikki Bissey auditioning for some job there. Really.
Yeah.
It was like if she won that job, like that would have been like husband and wife on the same, like, I don't know, just like where else do you see like husband and wife on the same like trombone section of an orchestra? Like, when has that ever happened? Has it ever happened? Like,
oh, actually something came, I think,
really?
Which one? Who are they? Tuba player and principal trombonist.
Okay, but that's not the same instrument. You
know
what I mean?
It's not. But that's as close as I know about.
Okay.
And
what orchestra was it? Do you know?
I have to pull it up. I'm sure I can find it really quick. I just forgot their names. It's gonna be really obvious as soon as I see them. Tuba, trombone, husband, wife, section. Come on.
Tuba mirrors a trombone orchestra. Is that what you're looking?
I'm just.
It's like what I guess like you start from like what's more like what rings a bell or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to latch on to something that's gonna help me find this. What is it?
I forgot to tell you. Steven said when I said we're well, thank you so much. Well, when I said well, thank you so much for not taking this opportunity to cancel us. We're just laughing about it now, and he's like, haha, shoot, I should have tried at least, haha.
Yeah, yeah, that could have been your opportunity, Steven, to finish us once and for all. Canceled.
Yeah, just just like bad news, bad.
Yeah, he could have ended us. Okay, I really want to find the name of this person that I'm talking about, and then.
So that's a good what if. Another what if is like, I was researching, and I think I'm gonna this isn't gonna be viewed by too many people when I publish this really. So I guess I can share this without like, ooh, someone's gonna copy this idea or anything like that. No, but what if so we all know there's a number of what ifs for Abby Conant actually. I think one I can go in a number of different directions for like Abby Conant. It's just like, what if like Abby kept auditioning like, so she was principal, second trombone of the Munich Philharmonic, and then for sexist reasons they put her in second, and then it's like to try to dismiss her or anything like that. So like that happens for like 13-14 years because I don't know, and then she wins the court case, and then she just decides to be a music professor at this German school. She's had the same job ever since then, honestly, and she hasn't really bothered to, I don't know, just like do the same legal bullcrap, good legal bullcrap, by the way, at another orchestra, like just like like win this job and like have maybe the orchestra just says like, oh, we gotta pull it a second because we need a man trombone player instead. I don't know. Just like she could have proved her point at every orchestra ever out there. I mean, she easily could have done that, and the fact that she didn't either one is just like, did you already prove your point, or two, are you avoiding yourself the opportunity to keep proving your point anywhere you go or anything like that? Because I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna make a little mini documentary about that. I made a video about the International Trombone Festival, like competitions, and she did see it, and I think she did send me an email saying, "Hey, I love this video. Love how you're talking about representing trombone world equally when it comes to naming our competitions and such and all that."
Yeah.
And I love what you're doing. And I said, yeah, thank you. And she's hard to get a hold of, I think. I don't know, but like I did email her about like asking if this was this trombonist who was in that meeting, who's I don't know, just like if this person was that trombonist, and I have not heard back or anything like that really. So I might just like make a video, just like make a short mini documentary, maybe like 10-15 minutes long, really, just like about like Abby Conant, her life on the trombone, and like her legal battle, and like just like what it's done for other women brass players as ever since then, basically, like how it's helped shift the needle or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean?
That would be great. I feel I don't know like everything about Abby's life or anything, but it's on
their website, Conant, Osbourne, Conant, something like that. I don't know, but like it has everything, and they link to like all sorts of articles. Some of them are in like different languages, which I've used Google Translate for, and I might just like get some things on there here and there, really. And like, so like I read like the court case. Like the reason it lasted so long was because the court it takes a long time to schedule anything court related. Like she was literally battling the city of Munich. Like like her employer was the city of Munich, and like because it's the Munich Philharmonic, it's the city's orchestra. It was basically really, or one of them, or something like that. Like they even say it. They even say in like the I guess you could call it the abstract of the whole like what happened. Really, it was like this and this letter means the union, or this letter means the state union, workers union, or something like that. I don't know. And like they never bothered to like tell me what GMD is, and I'm like, is that General Music Director? because
Yeah.
they throw the letters GMD everywhere, really. So yeah.
Yeah, that could be anything.
I don't know, but like, I found somewhere I was like, yep, that's general music director, Kalibadachi, something like that.
Oh, I've seen that name. Yeah, I can even see the spelling. I don't know how to pronounce it though.
Yeah,
Kalibadachi.
Kalibadachi.
Something like that.
I'll have to watch, cause like they have on their website it says like, here's the German version and here's the English version. The link to the English version is broken, and I've got to like email them and say, hey, it's broken, or is the English version with a lot of German speaking the English version? I'm like, well, and then I'm screwed, honestly.
Yeah.
And actually conveniently so, the editor actually is from Germany, so like he could actually just like, hey, that's what they're talking about, that kind of thing, really.
Oh yeah.
Easily, pretty much.
Translating.
Yeah, and I'd still have to pay for them for it, because I'm not just gonna be like, hey, tell me what they're saying for a hour-long video or something,
Right. Yeah. But yeah. Nevertheless, I think Abby would be an awesome person to kind of dive into, and they've done so much in the trombone world as far as just like, leveling the playing field demographic wise for women and girls.
Because orchestras like have only allowed employment for men. Like some orchestras have only allowed employment for men, and for the Vienna Philharmonic, they released that. But it's but like when it comes to like jobs that people can play in for like so many years, and it's like all right, women can play it, because that's our new society there. It can take years for it to level out. It's like it's like a school can be just women, and they can say, all right, we'll let men in, and that'll change, that can change immediately. Like the admissions officer says, all right, 50 women, 50 men, and just like in a matter of like 2 years, like it can be like a normal college or university. Whereas in an orchestra, you can say, women, men, bring them on, and it's like, but they're still gonna have the same jobs for a while, and it's like you're still up against like the fact that women still represent a minority of brass trombone players. It's like it's not just like let women be able to work here. It's also like, sure, but there are these stereotypes in the world that say like, oh, women should play the flute and men should play the trombone or something like that.
That still exists in all the.
It's all. I think that's not that it's gender related, but like the fellowship of the Minnesota Orchestra, like that was specifically made to increase the number of African American trombonists in the orchestra, because you had to like help someone learn the like like the business really well, so that they could be more successful because of it, and in doing so help another young black kid or something like that be like, oh wow, that person's black, he plays the trombone, I guess I could do that too, that kind of thing. You know?
Absolutely. Getting closer to equity beyond equality.
All right. I'm pretty much ranting at this point. Do you have anything else we can talk about? Because I think we can probably wrap it up now. Or
honestly, that's about it. I could get to practicing. I need to get preparing for some of these auditions that are coming up. There's a handful. Yeah, there's a handful of auditions that I need to.
I hope I can advance
do well on.
Versus I hope I get the job, or is this more because like is your mindset for these auditions like, I'm gonna win this, or I'm gonna play well, or I'm gonna not suck, versus I don't know, maybe I'll advance.
I'll talk on this before we go, because I've been thinking about it quite a bit. Right now, for me, I just want to be able to go up on stage and play as confidently and close to my best that I can. I want to be able to go up there and just be like, this is how it goes, this is the music.
This is the best I can do without like, oh, this could be my life right here,
Well, I want to have access to my best or close to my best in the moment, because what I'm realizing right now, as I'm starting to get back into, I'm playing for people live. I've done lessons all throughout the pandemic through Zoom. I've played mocks and stuff like that, but I'm realizing I have gotten not good. I am not good at this point at playing in front of people. Nerves come back. I get a little micromanagey with like my air and like my embouchure and things when someone's there, and then I am basically handicapped from playing my best. And I am right now, a lot of my preparation for like right now I'm preparing for a sub list audition for the Tucson Symphony. And you know, it's very chill. It's sub list audition and everything.
It's a very doctorally. I mean, an undergrad could just get it and be like, "Haha, I beat you, doctor. Go somewhere else. I'm better
Honestly,
than you."
It could. So I am struggling a little bit with the, I would argue, toxic mentality of I should win this audition because of my experience.
I'm the doctor, and the undergrad's got nothing on me.
That's, you know, so that thought comes up. I'm like, that's not a helpful thought. And no, there's nothing in the world that says
expectations.
I should do.
You know, you got to be able to do something. You know, as opposed to just.
It can be a real slippery slope. Well, because the thought of should comes from. Well, I've been in, you know, school for performance degrees for this thing for over a decade. I practice every day on these excerpts. So being like, I should win this or something's wrong, or like, oh, I am not doing the right things. Mm-hmm. And that could be a really dangerous mentality to have. You know, it doesn't matter if you've been in school for like 15 years or something. You know, if you don't win or like something doesn't happen that your brain is telling you should, then that's okay. Like, you know, 15 years, I've been taking lessons at conservatories for 15 years on the instruments. There should be nothing that I struggle with on the instrument at this point. Yeah. Obviously, that's not true because people are developing their craft for the rest of their life. People run into problems on the instrument after school, after they have established professional careers. It just happens.
Yeah.
So I think the idea of like, should can be dangerous. So I'm trying to keep that out of my head and simply think like, okay, I'm actually playing quite well, but one thing that I'm missing is like, can I just like deliver without getting in my own way at a given moment? So for me, that's what I'm like trying to work up for these auditions, and I'm trying to keep that unhelpful. I should do well. I should like, this should not be a problem.
It just doesn't, you know.
You know, that does not help. It's just, you know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Can I do better than yesterday? Can I identify specific skills that I need to work on and devise ways to make them work for me? So that's like all the way that I'm kind of thinking about these things.
One thing I will add, and I guess it can kind of overlap a little bit because like, so the job I was originally going to apply for versus compared to the job I'm actually doing, it would have been some sort of a warehouse kind of a job. I look at the issue with the product and I say, here's what needs to happen. And when I was applying, you know, I think the HR person's like husband was like the vice president of finance or something like that. And I think what they were looking was, you know, what can this guy do that's longer than just a summer term position, because what I was applying for was just a summer term position that could have turned into something else within the company. And they were just like, well, this guy, you know, has a lot of potential because he's been in a way he's been with the company in a way ever for almost his entire life. And it was just like, what the company was doing was saying they saw this. It wasn't just me selling myself and seeing how I could sell myself. The company was like, wow, this person has a lot of potential with us. What roles can we make, literally create, you know, from scratch? I mean, maybe not from scratch. Maybe not from scratch. But just like, what can we do because obviously this guy is more valuable to us in the finance office versus in the warehouse for only the summer term. Because at the end of the day, because like, they were seeing a lot of potential in me, and they were showing they wanted me to work there. Yeah. And it was like, so I think, Andre, it's not just like how well can you play, but like it's does the orchestra just like how you sound? It's like, do they want your sound? It's like, do they want like hey, do they want your sound? Because you can play the best in the world and they will hate the sound. It was like, that's not the sound we're looking for in the section. Next person, please, or something like that. You know, it's like, if they like you, they will show you it. It's like, I think we were talking about, I guess I'll end my rant soon, but it's like, I think we were talking about like Peter Steiner and like his partnership with Bach. Like Bach kept reaching out to Peter. They wanted something to work out. Like they showed they really expressed interest in working with Peter, and they did it by sending him emails like, "Hey, how you doing? Do you want to try this? Want to try this stuff out?" Because if you're not sending him emails, nothing's gonna happen. I mean,
Right.
you're only betting on the fact he might just happen to like your horns better than someone else's, that kind of thing. It's a getting a job and getting people to like you. It's a double-edged sword. Did you play well, but also do they like how you sound, even if you didn't play perfectly? That kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. And then to add on exactly to what you said, I think as far as the auditions, and kind of like what Peter was talking about as far as what they are looking for in an audition, I think the person who wins is the one who has the least in the way of the music. You know what I mean? The one who makes the panel hear and feel the tune the most, with as few trombone artifacts, anything that is not just feeling the tune. I think the person who has the least in the way of the music is the one that wins. That's what it comes down to, I think. That's
exactly.
And that excludes, trombone things to an extent. Obviously
because
you have to work on it.
The trombone is gonna. It's like the trombone's gonna make the trombone mistake because they have a slide they gotta move around because. Bum 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 bum. That what I'm talking about. It's just like
absolutely.
Okay, yeah, the trombone's a slide instrument. They're gonna fuck up that like that kind of thing. It's interestingly my concert band moments part 3 is gonna have that in it.
Oh, fountains for concert bands.
Fountains, yeah, fountains, played by concert band, and it's a badass recording. Honestly, it is just.
I'm looking forward to hearing that. What group
you
is
are
it?
gonna love it. Honestly, it is just gonna be like holy. It's gonna be the opposite of realizing your interviewers next week.
Oh God. What group? What group is it?
I'll say it's the Texas University.
Okay. Is it in the original key? Is it in E?
Yeah.
It is in E.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I
Okay.
think so. So like, it's like, we all know we all know Texas has like the Texas band machine and all that. Like I know about it. You know very well know about it. It's like, what is the king? What is the holy? What in your mind? You've lived in Texas. This is an interesting question actually. You live in Texas, and I guess the next then we'll end this little fake interview. I don't know. You live in Texas. What people might have their different opinions. Like, okay, here's a good band here. Okay, but what is the holy grail of Texas bands? Is it a debate, or is it like, nope, this is it? Like, because in my opinion, the Texas University, their concert band with that really white conductor, I don't know, just like he's moving his baton like that.
Yeah, like a lasso around his head, just like. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. Like, in my opinion, I think that's the totally grail of Texas bands. Like, what do you think, honestly?
I'm not sure if there is an objective one. I know that there
Do people have objective opinions about one?
Well, people have, by definition, a subjective opinion, right?
An objectively best band in Texas or something.
An objectively correct opinion. No, I think for instance, within some of the big music ed schools in Texas, there's a little bit of we're the best out here, or like, no, we are. And actually that leads to a little bit of nepotism in a lot of school districts where they will exclusively hire people, and they will only hire people like, for instance, who was an alumni from University of Houston or something like that. So there's a little bit of that, but that is typically within like the music ed, the pipeline from music ed students into band directorships. But as far as like bands, I know we can point at some of the bands in Texas that are historically like really good. Like UNT has a really fantastic wind ensemble.
They're dropping albums like too many of them, honestly.
They have historically too. And then also University of Texas in Austin, they've got a really, really strong band program, a performance. Yeah, they're performance based more than ed. Where else in Texas? Honestly, I think as far as like conservatory and like performance schools in Texas, Rice is the probably the best as far as the highest levels of classical music playing.
Yeah, because I had a friend his name's Nathan Golden. He plays the French horn. He was senior of high school. He was first chair French horn of Illinois All-State Band.
Yeah.
First chair All-State Band any state means you're a god at your instrument. You are a fucking genius. Like,
well,
it's like you're literally a super soldier at your instrument. Like, that was who he was. He cracked a note maybe once or twice in like his entire senior year rehearsing with our band. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what it is. Like, that means you're a god at your instrument, even before you're, I don't know, 50 or something. You know, but like, when I asked him like what his go-to school is, he said Rice.
For horn too, Rice is has at Rice has a huge matriculation. Matriculation being like people where they end up after school.
So man, this is another thing we could talk about. It's like the Juilliard for studying trombone. So like the Juilliard trombone is the what French horn. You know, like is that you know what I mean?
It's hard to make those comparisons though. You know, like this is the this of this.
The Rice French horn is the Juilliard trombone studio. Let's combine the best of best and make the best music conservatory out.
It's hard to make those sweeping kind of statements, but Rice is one of those studios that you can look to as far as that's a studio that produces players who end up as professional orchestral.
Yeah.
They have it's like well known in the school for all of the studios actually. The horn like job wall, actually it's on the door of the studio. Yeah. It's like the Hall of Fame or whatever. Every student who has won a job of any level, like, you know, any student who has won and held down a job has their name and what orchestra it is on this door. And the door is absolutely covered. It is absolutely top to bottom filled with names, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, really quick, Jack, my computer's about to die, and instead of getting up and getting the charger, since we're close to the end, I think we should call it.
Yeah, I should call it. I'll just say one very quickly. I think Texas is better than North Texas because North Texas plays correctly and Texas plays with passion. That's just my opinion.
All right, so that's Jack's objectively correct.
It's like,
opinion.
Yeah, we'll. It's like we'll leave it at that. We'll continue this conversation. Because I don't know, you know.
If y'all have opinions, you can send us a message and maybe we can get the argument.
Yeah.
We can take this from a friendly discussion, to a full-blown argument.
Football fight or something. I don't know.
We like that. We like making things more intense than they need to be. But
North Texas football actually sucks. Seriously, it's like, you know, Madden's like sort by highest to lowest. North Texas is on the bottom there. Anyway, well. But sorry everyone who's watching who was expecting a interview. It's actually next week, and even not even next week because my him is going to be here. It's going to be 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, basically. But yeah, right. Andre, thank you for chatting with me anyway. Sorry, Pierre's about to die, and have a nice day, man. Hopefully things go well with you and your doctoral things these days. You know.
Yes, thank you. Hopefully they do. I have a good feeling things are going. Same for you with your new situation, playing in a community bands that you can finally practice consistently. Yeah, and everything else you're going.
There's gonna be bell coverings, and he said that it's not gonna affect you much at all. There's gonna be mask wearing. There's gonna be 3 feet social distancing. But and I'm honestly looking forward to just being like this. I'm willing to do. You know, I can't wait to just say that. I know I'm going to, but I need to like get over that first. You know, okay, you need to do it to say we can do this. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much, and have a nice night.
All right. You too.
All right. Bye, everyone.